G'day folks, another video in the series about the Savage Arms Model 42 with the 22 Magnum top barrel 410 shotgun bottom barrel. Today, this episode I wanted to talk about, sorry about the rain in the background, I'm in the garage with a tin roof and it's raining pretty heavily this weekend. I really wanted to showcase the versatility and with the versatility, I guess, cements has more argument towards my reasoning of 22 Magnum over the 410 rather than the 22 LR over 410. So the last videos were showing the various 410 shot shell, number 4s, number 6s. Unfortunately, I can't find at my local dealer a 7.5 or 8 or 9 shot, and we don't seem to get buckshot, which I'd really like to get a hold of some buckshot. But as I showed you, we do have the 1/4 ounce rifled solid slug for the 410. I'm going to actually go to a shop, Horsley Park it's called, down in Sydney, and see if they have any buckshot or 7.5 or 9 for the 410. But this video is more about the 22 Magnum, the top barrel on this rifle, this firearm. And so I wanted to start off with showing you do have the option of a Ratshot. Number 12 Ratshot, 1,000 feet per second, 52 grain. That's just rolled under there, but that's alright. I'll get that out later. Packet there, pretty good value for $10 Australian. A few of those if you got rat problems. To be honest, it's an option, but probably slug gun would be more fun as an option. But anyway, that's an option. It's again going the versatility. So what I did was I set up the Ratshot, set it up 22 mag Ratshot at 4 meters, 13 feet or 4.7 yards. Okay, and might be able to pick it up there. Not too bad of a pattern, it's a bit spread out. I've never actually had a chance to shoot a rat with it. Bit spread out there. The next target was set up at 7 meters or 22 feet. Really, I'll see if I can get it in the light, there we go, really starting to spread out there. Quite ordinary actually, I feel. So the next one was at 15 meters or 49 feet, and don't worry about that one there. That was another previous target, but where is it? You can see there it's very spread out at that distance. So really, 4 meters or 13 feet would be probably absolute maximum that I'd consider. Maybe you go to 5 meters, I'd maybe even go a little bit closer. But yeah, those little rounds, what a cool little option. So I did some testing with some various ammunition, and I basically, now that I've got this new Leupold scope, I sighted it in using the CCI VMAX 30 grain polymer tip, which, if I can find them, is those boys. You're looking about, catch the polymer tip there. You're looking about $25 Australian for a box of 50, which is not bad. I've been talking to an acquaintance, Po Boy, the Po Boy Special channel, and he was of the opinion that it's quite hard to get 22 Magnum in America. Sorry, I'm being a bit slack. I'm only just getting the ammunition out now. So that was interesting. Whereas in Australia, it's not so hard to get. It's just not very popular. Everyone's gone to the 17 HMR, as I spoke about in the last video. Anyway, I got some okay grouping with the 30 grain, but got a couple of flies that were probably more likely me, but that's not bad. Federal Premium 22 with a segmented, if I can get it to focus, sorry, this fucking camera, segmented hollow point. I really wanted these to work. I thought these would be great. Not a bad group. Now this is at 50 yards, mind you. That's not a bad group out of a rimfire, I think. Not too bad. The CCI Maxi Mags, jacketed hollow point, 1875 feet per second. Just a nice little copper hollow point. Sorry, you probably might not have caught that in time. So, two options of reasonably tight group at 50 yards. Winchester PowerPoint 45 grain, copper hollow point. CCI Game Point 40 grain, jacketed soft point. Again, not a bad group at 50 yards. Winchester 40 grain, copper hollow point. So yeah, it's a bit spread. But again, I'll be honest, I was taking very quick shots. To be totally honest, I started here, and here, and I did not clean the rifle in between them. So I need to go back and do a proper test, okay? Now this is where we had some Federal 50 grain. I was actually aiming here. They fell to here. That was only at 50 yards. Imagine how much they're going to fall at 100 yards. So, to be honest, between 30 grain VMAX, Federal Premium, Maxi Mags, and Game Points, and even to a lesser extent 45 grain Winchesters, they're all not too bad. And even this 50 grain, even though it's dropped, because I've sighted it in for these 30 grains, even though it's dropped, that's still not too bad of a group, you know. Out of a rimfire rifle, not too bad. Now, I ended up coming over to the 100 yard. 100 yards, you can read up there. Here's the CCI 30 grain. Obviously I was aiming here. This guy, I'd say is me. I wouldn't worry so much about that, but I want to do more testing. Here's the Maxi Mag. Again, is it me? I need to do more testing. Game Points. That's not a bad group at 100 yards out of a rifle that hasn't been cleaned yet. Since I ran the bore snake through it before I started, and I did 3 groups out of 7 different ammunitions. Come over here, I did this then this, then this, then this. Or actually, I may have even done it in the reverse direction. I can't remember. So I have not cleaned the rifle between all of this. And that's the group I got out of a 40 grain standard rimfire ammunition. And even that is interesting. I'm gonna have to test that some more to check that that wasn't me. And then here's the segmented hollow point Federal TNTs, 30 grain. That's at 100 yards. That's not too bad. And even by comparison with a 17 HMR at 100 yards, that's not too bad. Now here's where it got interesting. I told you in the other video I set up at 200 yards. Now, admittedly, I was aiming here. Okay, I didn't adjust the scope, I didn't adjust my sights. This is where I was aiming. I've hit here, 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 and here. The lowest one, aiming here, that's about 11 inches. Okay. Highest one, that's about 7 inches, roughly. 6.5 maybe. No, we'll go 7. 7 inches. It's 156 inches. So in the middle, looking about 8 to 9 inches drop. And that's 200 yards. Out of a 22 Magnum rimfire. Now there's a bit of spread here. We're looking about 115 millimeters between the top and bottom. Okay, so there's a little bit of difference, but overall, hey man, it's still on the paper. I honestly didn't think it'd even still be on the paper. I thought it would have dropped off the face of the paper. But it's still on there. Which tells me that it's adjustable. Whether you come up a couple of mil dots on your scope, or you wind your scope up to allow for the drop. But at 200 yards, for it still to be getting, you know, a fist size group, smaller than a fist size group, that's not too bad. That was the 30 grain VMAX, by the way. So again, now that I know, I took a photo, which, if I can work out how to do a bit of editing with this this footage against some photos that I took and other things like that. Otherwise, I'm just going to have to do completely new videos and I'll post them up and replace these. But if I can allow on my scope for that distance, or even try some of these other ones that were getting good grouping out at 100 meters, 30 grainers or 40 grainers, and see where they land on that paper. And I wanted to see what they do at 150 meters as well. I've heard, sorry, 150 yards. I've heard that 150 yards is their maximum. But if you could allow for your adjust for your elevation in your scope and make them hit roughly on the target, I want to do a penetration test at 200 yards and see what they're doing, what the bullets are doing, projectiles are doing. Anyway, for the 22 mag lovers out there, interesting. I hope you found it interesting anyway. And we'll do some more testing Hopefully I'll have some more videos. Please comment. Like it if you like it. I don't get paid for these, so it doesn't really worry me if you don't like it, but let me know in the comments what you want to do, what you want to test, what you want to try. These 7 different, basically they're what I can get my hands on in Australia. I might try to get some more variety when I go down to Horsley Park. They seem to definitely have more variety than what I have up in Newcastle. But yeah, see how we go. Let me know what you think. Cheers, guys.